could have chosen easy, you could have taken the straight road, but something in you wanted a more interesting load. And every time the unexpected knocked upon your door, you found a way to handle it and wanted a little more. Not because you're reckless, not because you don't care, but because the solving of it is the best part of being there. Life is the adventure, every twist and every turn. Life is the adventure, that's the lesson you came to learn. Not the destination, but the finding of the way. Life is the adventure, and it's beautiful today. The years that seem like struggle, the times that seem too much, were the chapters that were building everything you are as such. And looking back from here now, it all makes perfect sense. The drama and the beauty were the whole magnificent. So when the next curve finds you, when the next surprise arrives, remember you were built for this. This is where the story thrives. Life is the adventure, you signed up for it all. Life is the adventure, every rise and every fall, the solving and the growing, the discovering along the way. Life is the adventure, and there's more of it today. The ones who live the ordinary have their joy and have their peace, but the ones who keep on moving find a different kind of release. Life is the adventure, and you're right in the middle of it. Life is the adventure, and you're loving every bit, every unexpected chapter, every turn you didn't plan. Life is the adventure, and you are exactly where you can. You watch the ones around you make the leap you couldn't make, and you told yourself you lacked it, the courage it would take. But what if courage isn't something you produce from deep inside? What if it's something given when the moment has arrived? The ones who changed their lives didn't feel particularly brave. They just found themselves already moving before they knew they'd made the wave. Courage finds you when the time has come around. Courage finds you in the most surprising ground. You don't have to manufacture what the moment hasn't given. Courage finds you right exactly where you're living. stayed in safety isn't weaker than the one who flew. They're just in a different chapter of the story coming through. When their moment comes around them, when their opening appears, courage finds them too, as it has done through the years. So stop the measuring and judging of the pace at which you go. Courage finds you at the right time, and the right time you will know. Courage finds you. Don't try to force the door. Courage finds you and leaves you wanting more of the life that's on the other side of every fear you faced. Courage finds you at exactly the right pace. We are all the same in wanting more than what we've always known. Courage finds us at the right time, takes us somewhere we've never gone. Courage finds you in its own appointed hour. Courage finds you in its own particular power. You don't have to be exceptional. You don't have to be the bold. Courage finds you, and it will when the time is told. You've been given everything you have, and then going back for more. You've been pouring out completely till there's nothing left in store. And you thought that was the only way to let the light shine through, that the burning was the shining, and the shining came from you. But a candle doesn't have to burn itself completely down. There's a way to shine sustainably without the burning out. Like without the burning, that's how love was meant to be. Light without the burning, steady, bright and free. You can give from what is flowing, not from what has run out. Light without the burning, that's what love is all about. When you set the boundary gently, when you say this is enough for now, something in the room around you starts to shine with greater power, because the light that's given freely from a full and rested place reaches further than the desperate that depletes without a trace. The boundaries that you're learning are not walls, they are the form that lets the light be brighter and the love be more the norm. Light without the burning is the gift you give yourself. Light without the burning is the best kind of wealth. When the giving comes from overflow and the rest has filled you through. Light without the burning, and the light shines clear and true. without the burning. Every single day, not by giving everything, but by giving what is right. Light without the burning is your everlasting light. Among the ones who needed more, the ones who see the world apart, you found the easiest breathing and the most uncomplicated heart. They didn't ask your history, they didn't grade your worth. They just received you completely with a joy beyond the earth. No calculating behind their eyes, no measuring your worth, just the pure and open welcome of the most uncomplicated mirth. The children never judge you, they just meet you where you are. The children never judge you, everyone a little star of pure and clear receiving of the love you bring their way. The children never judge you, and you love them every day. Light that lives inside them, the ones that need the extra care, is a light that's brighter somehow, a light beyond compare. And the one who sits beside them, who gives the time and gives the space, finds themselves receiving back something nothing else replaces. They gave you strength you didn't know you needed on those days when the world felt complicated and you needed simpler ways to remember what the living is fundamentally for. The children never judge you, and they give you so much more. The children never judge you, they just love you as you come. The children never judge you, they just shine like the morning sun. And in their simple seeing, in their open honest face, the children never judge you, and their love fills every space. The most brilliant souls came wearing the most complicated needs, and in the serving and the learning you became what love concedes. The children never judge you, and they never will. The children never judge you, and they teach you still how to love without the edges, how to give without the score. The children never judge you, and you love them more and more. thinking about it for longer than you should. You've been planning and preparing for the when and the could, and the thinking has grown heavier than the doing ever would. So put the thinking gently down and try it like you should. The things that fail completely are not the end of anything. They're the most informative chapters of the story you're building. Just try it, you'll be glad you did. Just try it like you did when you were a kid. Before the fear of failing, before the need for certain ground. Just try it, that's how the good things get found. The business that doesn't work out, the path that doubles back on you, the attempt that doesn't land quite right, teaches more than never trying to. And the confidence you carry now came from the things you didn't plan, from the getting up and going back and saying, yes, I can. So stop the endless calculating, stop the weighing of the cost. The only thing you truly lose is the time you had and lost to the hesitating and the waiting for a perfect start that won't arrive. Just try it and feel yourself come alive. Just try it. Failure is just information. Just try it. It's part of the education of a life well and fully lived, of a heart that isn't closed. Just try it. That's how the best things get composed. One step into the uncertain, one reach into the unknown, and the road reveals itself to you in a way you couldn't have been shown. By all the thinking and the planning, by all the careful staying still. Just try it and feel the thrill. Just try it. You already know enough. Just try it. Through the tender and the tough, the confidence is waiting on the other side of try. Just try it and watch the fear say goodbye. Money follows joy. You spent some years in service to a number on a page, and every morning felt the same, and every year another age of working for the outcome of the paycheck and the score. But something kept on asking you what all of this was for. And then you found the work that called you purely by the pull of joy. And suddenly the showing up felt like a kid with a favorite toy. Money follows joy, not the other way around. single conversation that lights you up inside is worth 1,000 effortful hours of a life that you've denied. And the one who serves with delight and with genuine care draws more than all the strategic from the thin and the prepared air. So find the thing that makes you smile just walking through the door, and give it every single day, and then give a little more. Not from the calculation, but from the overflow of yes. Money follows joy, and joy will give you all the rest. Money follows joy. Let the love lead the way. Money follows joy. One beautiful day into the next, where you're doing what you came here to do. Money follows joy, and joy is already in you. Even one person you've delighted, even one smile you've drawn, is a seed that you've been planting in a garden that goes on. Money follows joy. Trust the pull you feel. Money follows joy, and the joy is what is real. Everything else is the consequence of living what you love. Money follows joy, like blessings from above. You belong to yourself. You were so good at being what the others needed you to be. The teacher and the helper, and the one who wasn't free. To choose a different morning, to follow a different star, and somewhere in the pleasing you forgot just who you are. But now the door is opening, the one you always knew was there, and the life that's on the other side is yours to live and dare. You belong to yourself, not to the expectations made. You belong to yourself, not to the roles you've played. The child inside you always knew what living was supposed to feel. You belong to yourself, and now that self is real. And in the living of your own life, in the trusting of your own road, you give the ones around you permission for their own load, to be their own completely, to find their own particular way. You belong to yourself, and that is love today. The mother who is fully herself is the mother who sets them free to become completely who they are, and that is the greatest gift you give to those you love them, the example of the free. You belong to yourself, and now they know they can be. Every wall you've broken through, every old belief released, is a door that opens wider for the ones who come in peace. Behind you, watching, learning from the life you dare to live. You belong to yourself, and that's the greatest gift to give. You belong to yourself. Live it without shame. You belong to yourself. No two lives are the same, and the truest love you offer is the life you dare to own. You belong to yourself, and now you're fully home. Everyone is growing. You've been carrying the weight of what the others haven't done. You've been blaming and been blamed under somebody else's sun. But the truth that's slowly settling in the quiet of your knowing is that every single person is responsible for their own growing. The husband and the children, the mother and the friend, they're all in their own classrooms with their own chapters to transcend. Everyone is growing in their own appointed time. Everyone is growing up their own particular climb. Nothing happens to you because of them. Nothing happens to them because of you. Everyone is growing, and the love is growing through. So put down the accounting of the wrongs you've carried long. They were writing their own story, and so were you all along. And the grace that you extend them is the grace you give yourself. Everyone is growing. Leave the blame upon the shelf. The family that frustrates you, the ones who aren't quite there yet, are in the early chapters of the story you have met. Before you found your footing, before the light came clear, everyone is growing, and the growth is always here. Everyone is growing. Let them have their pace. Everyone is growing. Find your own grace, not fast and not in judgment, not with pushing or with pull. Everyone is growing, and the world is beautiful. Watch them with the wonder of a gardener who knows that every seed has its own timing, and the patient gardener grows the most extraordinary garden by the trusting of the ground. Everyone is growing. You've been in the in-between, the not quite yet and not quite done. The old life releasing slowly, and the new one just begun. And sometimes in the middle, it can feel like nothing's moving. But look a little closer, love, and everything is proven that the change is happening deeply, where the eye can always see. And the you that's being formed now is more beautiful and free. The butterfly is coming, you are almost there. The butterfly is coming, lighter than the air. Everything you've been releasing, every wave you've let go, the butterfly is coming, and you're already starting to show. The years inside the chrysalis were not the wasted ones at all. They were doing the transforming that precedes the beautiful call of wings against the morning, of the rising into flight. And the one who's been in darkness finds the most extraordinary light. So when the waiting feels too long, when the breaking seems too slow, trust the one who's shaping you into everything you'll know. When the wings are fully open, when the lightness fills your chest, the butterfly is coming, and it's worth the whole request. The butterfly is coming, nearly at the end. The butterfly is coming, around the final bend of the long and necessary making of the you the world now needs. The butterfly is coming, and she rises and she leads. Live lightly like the butterfly that touches everything with grace, and finds the joy in every landing, finds the beauty every place. That's the life that's on the other side of all the heavy years. The butterfly is coming, and she's bringing fewer tears. The butterfly is coming.